Our world is at a crossroads, and there are multiple forces that are battling for the next direction our world must face. There are vile, sinister, greedy, and corrupt interests at play here. These interests have lurked in the shadows for the past 4 decades, whilst they planned and strategized their big move. They have schemed their way into boardrooms and governments. They have entrenched themselves in popular culture, the arts and creative industry, business, healthcare, civil society organizations, academia, the media, politics, sports, and almost every facet of our daily lives. They have crept in on us whilst we have focused on what we have considered essential. Today, our values, our culture, our...
Greetings, family. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I hope you are well by the grace of God. You are very welcome. This is Ghana Kwame Nkrumah Museum. Some of you might have seen this place before. Either has been there before or seen it on another video. But the video I'm making, I've decided to put this video there. So while we watch what is going on and reading what is going on there, we can listen to Mr. Sam George. Mr. Sam George has given a very powerful speech. I call it preaching this time. And as you heard from the 1-minute video, you can understand where we are going. He was in South Africa and he has given this speech. I had this video for a few weeks now, couldn't get to it, but the more I listen to it, the more I'm having that urge to share it with you, because we can all learn a lot from it. Please, let's listen to him and I'll be back. Thank you so much for your time.
Norms, our traditions, and the very way of life we know are threatened in ways we have never imagined possible. They want our children and the world to be godless, to be sexless, to be genderless, to be childless, to be depressed, to be oppressed, to be anxious, to be afraid and drug addicted, to be desperate, lonely, physically weak, and mentally disabled, in death, isolated, and dependent on the system that they have built.
This video has been one of the hardest ones since I started YouTube. You can tell the voices on this video is different. I've uploaded it several times and I keep changing it. Those of you who do not know Mr. Sam George, he's MP in Ghana, who is well known for his stand for LGBTQ in Ghana worldwide. And he's giving this preaching, but please put religious aside and listen to what he has to say. This is not about religion, it's politics, it's everything concerning Africa. I'm sure you will learn 1 or 2 things. I do understand this video because of previous things that I came across, which I will share with you again under the comment section. Thank you.
As we have gathered here as leaders from multiple disciplines connected by one thing in this room, our faith, it is crucial we awaken to our collective failure and take decisive action to triage the bleeding that has happened on our blind side. We must realize that no generation in our history, and none after us, will face the monumental decisions we must make and proceed with.
Yes, we have to make the right decision for our future generations to come. Whatever we do today will affect them tomorrow and the future. It is sad, it is painful, and this is why some people do not want to take that path, because it is painful and it's loneliness as well, because sometimes people just don't want to know. Even though it is happening right in front of them, right in their eyes, they don't want to see, they don't want to know, which is very, very sad. Please, let's continue to listen to the preaching. I'll be back. Thank you so much.
Church is seeking to be seen as woke, whatever that means. We must not forget who we are, for an eagle that thinks of itself as a chicken will never conquer the heights of the cloud and the peaks of the mountains. We must understand that every group that has changed the world's trajectory has been intentional and strategic with a plan. From the voyagers who started the new America after landing across the Pacific, to the Jews who decided never again to suffer a Holocaust, or the Germans and Japanese who chose to rebrand and reposition themselves after the debacle of the Second World War, or the Chinese under Chairman Mao, who decided to become the manufacturers of the world, or the Lee Kuan Yew's decision to reprogram the mindsets of the Singaporean people. Examples abound in history of how people could, with particular planning, rewrite their destinies.
Yes, to the Jews who decided never to suffer again, the Chinese who were called communists and they are useless, but now they are superpower among the superpower of the world. Africa need to change. We need to change our mentality, not only in the government level, but also individual. There's dark agenda going on from ages, and this is what is playing right in front of us. And what we are seeing now is just the small part. It's going to be dark and darker unless Africa wake up. Right now, we have been joining other countries with our military and everything, relying on other countries to do things for us. We must reframe ourselves from all those things because the future is not what we think. This man, Mr. Ike, David Ike, people call him crazy man. He has predicted a lot of things because he saw it a long time ago. He's British. Please watch, research this man. I don't have to say more. You might like him, you might call him crazy man as well. But learn one or two things from this man. Your life will never be the same.
Africa must wake up to this reality. We hold the aces going into the next generation. We have the natural resources, fertile lands, and youthful population that the world needs to survive over the next 50 years. However, Africa also has the most myopic, self-centered leaders and disillusioned citizens. This toxic mix of poor leadership is not limited to politics. It transcends almost every sphere of our society in Africa. The church is sadly not exempt. Some of our leaders do not think beyond their noses and are content with crumbs. We are like the proverbial princes who are living like slaves due to our mentality. How much longer are we going to live as a hand-to-mouth continent? How can we profess to be children of the God who owns a cattle on 1,000 hills and yet live a life of poverty? Many in this room are comfortable because
very powerful words he's using there, the very powerful words that cut through the bones, because it is sad to listen to what he's saying, but that's what all of us are saying continuously, and things need to change. How can we, the continent that is called the future of the world, still suffer when you see our young ones on the sea struggling, when you see them in Brazil in the wilderness, when they are suffering, when they are looking for their daily bread, looking for crumbs? How can this continue? How can we be content? The church also is involved. There's church every corner in Africa, every community. Instead of us going to work, we're going to church. We're going to listen to pastor to make a pastor rich. I don't want to go there, but they are also our downfall, and we need to look into it.
Your assessment, you sit as leaders in your field of endeavor. I'm sorry to burst your bubble. You're only as rich as the poorest person in your circle of influence and operation. We are desperate people, desperate for riches, that we've ignored wealth. A senior clergyman in Ghana said to me, some people are so poor that all they have is money and power. How sad. We need a transformation of our minds, hearts, and ways. We need a new paradigm for African leaders in all areas whose desire, their passion, and heartbeat are genuine services to the people. A crop of leaders whose hearts are broken by the things that break the heart of God. How can we call ourselves Christians and find ourselves in leadership, but our actions do not speak to our faith? Not everybody must be a pastor or a minister.
Yes, we need to change our attitude. We need to change our mind. We need to change everything negative about us. move forward. We need unity. And this is what the Sahel is doing. This is what that's the way forward, and that's why I'm happy about what they are doing. We need to change because you continue begging and they keep squeezing you, they keep giving you crumbs, and you are content with it. How can you change if you are content with the little that you have? How can you content when you are content with aid, with leftover? As one of our ministers, may her soul rest in peace, Nana said, crumbs is what they give to Africa, and we are content. We need to change. Without change, nothing will happen. We need to change our mentality, our mindset. Our leaders need to change. We need to choose people that will lead us to righteousness, to prosperity, to greatness in Africa. I'm even short of word to use, but it's just painful. It's painful, and at my age, I'm still looking forward to the greatness of Africa. Something is telling me it will happen, but how long, I don't know. Let's keep listening to our brother preaching.
Africa must come to a place where we trade amongst ourselves. We must grow together as a continent, leveraging our unique abilities and collective strengths. Africa must view itself as one homogeneous nation with heterogeneous people. Look at the United States, the United Kingdom, India, or China. These countries are literally continents that have developed different capabilities in different regions. The San Francisco Bay Area is the technology hub of the US. Detroit is the automotive capital. California and the Midwest are food baskets. In China, Henan is the agricultural province. Shenzhen is the technology hub. Guangzhou is the automotive capital. Can we say the same about Africa?
So that's a big question. Why can't we trade fully among ourselves? As the video we are watching, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, that's what he said. That's why I'm showing you this video. This is what he arranged for, and this is why they have ended his life, because he has seen it all these years gone. He has seen it, and he said it. We should become one, trade among ourselves, do everything among, but we didn't listen to him. And up to how many years now, we are still going through the same circle. Will it change one day? I don't know. I just feel sorry for the future children, the Africa children that are coming.
Our primary automotive and military hardware supplier for the continent. Can all of Africa's tea, coffee, and ICT services come from Kenya, whilst Ghana and Ivory Coast produce all our fintech, gold, cocoa, and salt needs? Why should Nigeria not offer us the rice, sugar, cassava, and crude oil that Africa needs? Should we not get our mineral deposits and cement from the north of Africa? Why have I asked these questions? Until we begin to trade amongst ourselves as a continent with our own currencies and not the US dollar, we will remain enslaved by the global system designed to keep Africa economically colonized.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sam George. May God bless you. May God give you more wisdom, long life. You are the people that we need in Africa in leadership to make a change. Keep preaching, keep telling them, keep sharing it in the parliament. One day, you will get a group of people who think the same way like you, and you will change not only Ghana, but you will change Africa as a whole. I hope, my family, you have learned one or two things. I will link a video under the description. At the comment section. Anyway, either way, please watch that video. It's a testimony. It's about dark agenda going on in this world. My people, when I came across that channel, my life has changed. Unless you don't want your life to change, don't watch it and don't listen to it. Like I said, it's very dark, but it's true. It is something that is going on around us, and that's why I feel like sharing this video or not to share it. My returning subscribers, thank you. My new subscribers, thank you so much. If this is your first time passing by, My name is Mamle, a Ghanaian living in the UK. Consider subscribing to support this channel. Share the video if you think it can help someone. Let's open our mind and our understanding. The fight is not only physical, it's spiritual as well. God bless you all, and I will see you soon. Let's end this video with the first words. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Our world is at a crossroads, and there are multiple forces that are battling for the next direction our world must face. There are vile, sinister, greedy, and corrupt interests at play here. I would rather do right by God than get the applause of men. I hope you pledge the same. My name is I.T.N.J. I'm a child of God, a husband, a father, and a member of parliament for Ningo Pram Pram. Siyabonga. Shalom.